Which leads us to the most powerful thing that you're ever going to hear from us. Are you full of opinions that contradict your desire? Or are you an intender that points right at your desire? Because that is a simple difference in everything that we've talked about here. If you heard what we said, there's no reason that as soon as now, you'll see evidence today of universal forces lining up to gather cooperative components for you, because this is how it works every time. Does that feel better?
Yep.
Does that feel better? All right, so we felt your vibration shift. You're not in the same place that you were when you sat down. You heard us. You understood it. There's nothing about it that's not logical. The law of attraction is accommodating you because your vibration is in an entirely different place than it was before. So what would you like to say as you point an arrow towards something? Just make a declarative statement. I intend what? I intend what?
To have great leading edge conversations.
Well, you just had one, didn't you? In fact, you led it. You led it with your asking. Not only do you have them, you inspire them. What else?
To
know when I'm having one and to know when I'm not. In other words, to know when it's a leading edge conversation, to know when it's something that's adding to what I want, and to know when it's something that's taking away so that I can pivot precisely. What else? We're willing to keep reading your mind and telling them what you're thinking, but we would really like it if it came out of your mouth. Do you believe what we just said?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you holding back on making statements of intent?
It's like,
it's all right. You represent a lot of people in the world, and some even in this room, and this is the only box of Kleenex we've got. Where were you today? I went to Boston. What'd you do? I got in front of hundreds of people and cried. Were they nice? They were really nice. Did they understand? I think they did. Did you have a leading edge conversation? Yes and no.
So that's why I asked about the inner monologue, because when I'm asked a question,
because why?
I just clam up or I cry.
Yeah? So far. You also inspired the best conversation that we've ever offered about how universal forces work. You also inspired the best conversation that we've ever had about clarifying an intention and pointing in the direction. When you ask, things line up for you. We're just wanting to demonstrate with you that even with all of this concern within you, you got picked out of a room of several hundred people.
I did intend that.
Really?
And well, that's what's going on in my head, is like, I could tell you what I intended before, but that's past. You asked what I'm intending now, and I get tripped up. So yes, right before you called me, I was saying to myself, absolutely, and that's what you called the game. You said absolutely and certainly. That just, for no reason, I was thinking that
So you can connect
word.
those dots, can't you? And so
Yeah.
you were ready for this conversation, and a whole lot of other people were too. And you're all standing in your own readiness for your own point of attraction. But you can get readier and readier, and you can tell that you're ready by how you feel about it. In other words, you feel a lot better right now than you did when you sat down. you felt a lot better before you stood up than you did when you stood up, too. In other words, we get how that is, but your inner being is on your side, and the universal forces are too. And you don't have to explain nothing to nobody. And we appreciate your willingness to let us play with you, because you're not the only one who can't put words to what you feel. And we are not the least bit unhappy about you not being able to verbalize, because if you can feel, you can tell what direction you're pointing. And most people do most of their talking anyway to try to talk other people into understanding where they're coming from. And you, dear heart, gave that up a long time ago. Nobody in your close circle really gets where you're coming from. And it's really not their job to get where you're coming from. Your inner being knows exactly where you're coming from, you see. So you can be as silent as you want to be, or as vocal as you want to be. Just be aware. So what was the last thing you said to us? Give us the sort of summation of what just happened to everyone in this room, but especially to you and because of you. What just happened? What just happened?
I came into a greater awareness.
Yeah, you came into a greater awareness of yourself, of who you are. What emotion describes that? At first, it's relief. It's relief. When you let go of something that doesn't feel good, relief is what takes its place. But then, we're just going to have another short conversation. Hang in there. This will be worth it. We talk a lot about the path of least resistance. We also talk about the path of most allowance. Well, when you don't feel good, you're looking for less and less resistance. When you feel good, you're looking for more and more allowance. Does that make sense? It's just that simple. So don't look for more and more allowance when you're still feeling bad. Look for relief. But once you're feeling pretty good, then look for more clarity and more fun. Does that make sense to you? So we think you did really good. They do too. We're appreciating the conversation.
Thank you.
Does it bother you that everything that happens to you is because of the vibrational content that you are offering? Do you loathe that responsibility? We want you to welcome it, to be glad about it. And the better you get at intending and then seeing the evidence of what you've intended, then the better you'll get at, or the more you'll want to be a pointer. Now what?
A few years ago, you told me you'll come up to speed. And it's been an incredible journey. Thank you. You help me every single day, many hours. Becoming is so exciting. I have a very particular question about this.
It's time-consuming too, isn't it?
Yes, that's where I'm going. At the moment of transition into non-physical, how can I trust the becoming so much that there is zero regret?
Well, the good news is it'll happen so fast you won't have time to think about it. And the good news is once you're there, you'll answer your own questions, so we won't have to. And so what you want from us is, what do you want from us?
I guess when you started teaching about becoming, you said, and there you say we're always in a crack and there's always something else. So when I heard that, I said, oh, well, at the moment when I'm gone, am I going to be thinking about there's something else that didn't happen yet in physical?
When you make your transition into non-physical, you fully blend with the whole of you. And there is such exhilaration at the accomplishment of becoming that you have set into motion. And the regret that you're describing that human beings often feel is not a frequency that exists in the non-physical. So it isn't a consideration. When you get into the non-physical, you won't need your emotional guidance scale. You'll just be right there, calibrated to the whole. And as you contemplate the life that you've lived, which there's very little of that because there's an eagerness in continuing to look forward. In other words, when someone makes their transition into non-physical, they're still eager about what's going on. You have so many ties with the things that are physical and the projects that you've set into motion and the things that you've thought about. In other words, there's keen interest, but you're doing it from that standpoint of really understanding how all of this works. You're going to leave all of your human characteristics that are on the lower half of the emotional scale in physical. You don't take those with you. It's not part of non-physical. That's why when you get focused apart from your inner being, you don't feel good. That's why it feels like that's. And so when you reemerge into non-physical, there could be no pinching it off because there will not be two perspectives that are pulling against the absolute of what is. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Is there any way to enter every segment being in line with this trust of becoming?
No. If you wanted that, you would have stayed here.
Okay.
You're trying to be abrupt and humorous at the same time. What's up with all of this?
Okay. I think there's some kind of a mistrust still that I can.
In understanding what non-physical is, well, that's logical. Mistrust, misalignment, and you want us to talk you out of it? You see, you've all heard this from us a lot, but words don't teach. And so the only way that you can come to really trust something is by setting an intention, being certain that you calibrated to it, and then watch the results of it. Trust comes from, where's our friend, successful experience. And by successful, we mean having an intention, managing to maintain alignment with it, and then watching it unfold. When the suitcase fell off the cart, Esther was so completely aware that she had a pre-created part to play in that. It wasn't just some miscellaneous thing that happened. But you don't know that. Esther made a list of things earlier in the day of things that she was pointing at meaning something I would like to rendezvous with. So when every day you make a list of things you would like to rendezvous with, and every day all of them show up in your life experience, you come to trust in the power of your pointing. But if you don't make that list, then you have no way to come to trust. So you set intentions, you do your best to maintain the vibrational frequency of well-being, and then when those intentions begin to be realized by you, then you just get firmer and firmer in that knowing.
May I ask you something else?
Yes.
I had a very vivid feeling of what my next partner is going to feel like and be like. And there's unease on my part with how can you be so already there in this feeling when on a physical level intimacy is not present?
Well, we talked about this quite a bit already today, that it's never satisfying to any of you for us to talk about vibrations when you are a motion-based person. And so we know that we're asking a lot of you to just give up the things that you think make it happen that never have and that aren't working for you.